Welcome to our deep dive into the life of Lawrence Anini, one of the most notorious criminals in Nigerian history. Grab a seat because we're about to unravel a tale that reads like a Hollywood script, but happened right on the streets of Nigeria. Our story begins in the bustling city of Benin, Nigeria, in the early 1980s. The country was in the grip of economic turmoil, with corruption rampant and inequality on the rise. It was in this climate that a young man named Lawrence Anini would rise from obscurity to become the most feared criminal in the land. Born in a rural village in Edo State, Anini's early life was marked by poverty and hardship. Like many young men of his time, he moved to the city in search of opportunity. He started as a taxi driver, navigating the chaotic streets of Benin City. But the allure of quick money soon led him down a darker path. Anini's criminal career began with petty theft and small-time robberies. But he quickly showed a talent for organization and strategy that set him apart from other criminals. He assembled a gang of like-minded individuals, each bringing their own skills to the table. Together, they would go on to commit some of the most daring heists in Nigerian history. What made Anini truly dangerous wasn't just his crimes, but his connections. He cultivated a network of informants that reached into the highest levels of law enforcement. This inside information made him seemingly untouchable, allowing him to evade capture time and time again. Anini was always one step ahead of us, recalls retired Inspector James Okocha. Would plan a raid and somehow he would know about it before we even left the station. It was like trying to catch a ghost. Anini's gang specialized in bank robberies and car hijackings, executed with military precision. But it wasn't just his criminal prowess that captured the public's imagination. Anini had a flair for the dramatic, often taunting police and leaving cryptic messages at crime scenes. He also cultivated a Robin Hood image, known for throwing money to the poor after successful heists. This added to his mystique and made him a folk hero to some, despite the violence of his crimes. The nation was gripped by Anini fever. His exploits were front-page news, and his name was on everyone's lips. The government was under immense pressure to bring him to justice, but Anini seemed to seep through their fingers at every turn. Anini's reign of terror reached its peak in 1986. In a shocking display of audacity, his gang carried out multiple bank robberies in broad daylight, leaving a trail of dead police officers in their wake. The government was forced to declare a state of emergency in Bendo State. The Anini saga exposed the deep-rooted corruption within the Nigerian police force, explains Dr. Amina Usman, a crime historian. It wasn't just about catching a criminal anymore, it was about restoring faith in the entire system of law and order. But like all criminal empires, Anini's eventually crumbled. The turning point came when his second-in-command, Monday Osumbo, was captured. Under intense interrogation, Osumbo reviewed the details of Anini's network, including the names of his police informants. With his support system compromised, Anini was finally cornered. On December 3, 1986, after a fierce gun battle, the law was brought down. His capture was a national event, with then-President Ibrahim Babangida personally interrogating him. Anini's trial was swift and highly publicized. The nation watched as the man who had terrorized them for years was brought to justice. On March 29, 1987, Lawrence Anini and his captured gang members were executed by firing squad. The Anini saga left a lasting impact on Nigerian society. It exposed the deep-rooted corruption within law enforcement and sparked a national conversation about crime and punishment. In the years that followed, significant reforms were implemented in the Nigerian police force. Anini's story is a complex one, says Dr. Chidi Okafo, a sociologist at the University of Lagos. While we can't condone his actions, we must understand the societal conditions that allow such figures to arise. It's a reminder of the importance of addressing inequality and corruption. Today, Lawrence Anini remains a controversial figure in Nigerian history. To some, is a symbol of resistance against a corrupt system. To others, is a cautionary tale about the destructive power of crime. But to all, is a reminder of a turbulent time in Nigeria's past. As we reflect on the story of Lawrence Anini, we're left with many questions. How do we prevent the rise of such criminal figures? How do we address the root causes of crime in our society? And how do we ensure that justice is truly blind? These are questions that Nigeria and indeed many countries around the world, if not all, continue to grapple with. The tale of Lawrence Anini may be over, but its lessons continue to resonate today. Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of the most dramatic chapters in Nigerian criminal history. If you found this video intriguing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, stay safe, stay happy, stay curious. And remember, history has much to teach us if we're willing to listen.